New 2024 movies have a common theme so far, which is fear. They reflect the fear growing inside us. Whether it is a fear of the future, or fear of evolution, or fear of artificial intelligence, fear of dark magic, fear of mythical creatures, fear of a civil war that could destroy everything. Watch our 2024 movies list and face your own fear. Dune, Part 2. A fear of the future movie, and one of the best 2024 movies created by Denis Villeneuve, and starring Zendaya and Timothée Chalamet. Movie plot. The movie is about Paul, the son of the late Duke Leto Atreides. He travels with his mother and the Fremen after the massacre of House Atreides. Paul becomes close to a girl from the Fremen called Chani, but most of the Fremen either do not like him or believe that he is sacred. When Baron Harkonnen heals from his wounds, he takes the responsibility over Arrakis. Then he transfers it to his nephew Fade Rotha Harkonnen. Paul found himself in need to make a choice, whether he stays with the Fremen or rises up as Lisan al Gaib, and put himself in conflict with the Emperor and House Harkonnen. He is afraid of this second choice, but his mother thinks he needs to gather an army from the south and fight the Emperor. Movie time, 2 hours and 46 minutes. Movie type, action, adventure and drama. Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. A movie created by George Miller about the fear of a fallen world, starring Chris Hemsworth and Anya Taylor-Joy. Movie plot. In the movie, the warlord Dementus kidnapped young Furiosa with his big gang of biker. They went through the wasteland and they attacked the Immortan Joe's citadel. Furiosa only wants to survive, and she will do anything to go back home. Movie time, 2 hours and 28 minutes. Movie type, action, adventure and sci-fi. Civil war. Another kind of fear, the fear of the dispute between people from the same nation. It may turn into a civil war like what happened before. The movie created by Alex Garland and starring Kirsten Dunst and Wagner Moura. Movie plot. In the movie, the United States becomes divided, and its president hides behind the walls in the White House. Lee Smith, who is working as a war photographer with her partner Joel, the journalist who is working for Reuters, are determined to meet the president. They went to Washington, D.C., despite all the warnings and dangerous situations they can face. Another journalist for the New York Times called Sammy joined them in their journey, with a young photographer called Jesse. They witness horrible violence on their way, but they persist to complete their mission until the end. Movie time, 1 hour and 49 minutes. Movie type, action, adventure and sci-fi. Challenges. Another addition to the new 2024 movies list, created by Justin Kuritzks and starring Mike Faist, Josh O'Connor and Zendaya. Movie plot. Do you fear losing in competitions? Is it easier to lose someone you care about than to lose some kind of challenge? This is what the main character Tashi and her husband Art face in their life. Tashi was a tennis player and she turned into a coach. She helped her husband to become a Grand Slam champion. But after a series of losses, she encouraged him to challenge his best friend. Movie time, 2 hours and 11 minutes. Movie type, drama, romance and sport. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. The fear of evolution comes up again with another part of the Planet of the Apes franchise. The movie is directed by Wes Ball and starring Owen Teague, Freya Allen and Kevin Durand. Movie plot. The movie begins many years later after the war that happened in the Planet of the Apes in 2017. During this time, the ape societies grew and their population became bigger and bigger. While the human population dwindled to a small number of people who became feral, the ape society has taught many wrong things about humans to their new generation and is ruled by Proxima Caesar. Caesar enslaves the other ape clans and forces them to look for any human technology that could help them. A young ape and a human girl team up to find the human technology and stop Caesar. Movie time, 2 hours and 25 minutes. Movie type, action, adventure and sci-fi. Monkey Man. A thriller movie and one of the new 2024 movies created by Dev Patel and starring Dev Patel, Sharlto Copley and Pitterbash. Movie plot. The movie is about the fear of unleashing the beast within you for revenge, with some inspiration from the legend of Hanuman. It tells the story of a young man called Kid. Kid earns money from illegal fights against a strong and famous fighter. He is wearing a gorilla mask and he lets them beat him up for money. Kid finds his way to the sinister elite in the city and also finds a way to get his revenge and express his anger. Movie time, 2 hours and 1 minute. Movie type: action and thrill. The Fall Guy, an action movie directed by David Leitch and starring Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt, and Aaron Taylor-Johnson. Movie plot: the fear of losing the only career you are good in, from the point of view of Colt Seavers, the stuntman. Colt went on a dangerous adventure to find a missing movie star and revealing the conspiracy behind his disappearance, while he is trying his best to get the love of his life back to him. Movie time: 2 hours and 6 minutes. Movie type: drama, comedy, and action. Abigail, a horror comedy movie directed by Matt Bettinelli, Tyler Gillett, and starring Melissa Barrera, Dan Stevens, and Alicia Weir. Movie plot: it is a horror movie, with fear making up the backbone of the script, of course. In this case, it is fear of mythical creatures, like vampires, or fear from creatures looking so innocent and harmless, then turning into beasts when you try to harm them. This is Abigail, the 12-year-old ballerina and the daughter of a powerful man who got kidnapped by a bunch of criminals for $50 million. But the kidnappers found themselves in a trap, and they are losing, one after the other and moment by moment. Movie time: 2 hours and 6 minutes. Movie type: horror and thriller. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, a war movie directed by Guy Ritchie and starring Henry Cavill, Alan Ritchson, and Alex Pettyfer. Movie plot: the fear of powerful men when they don't have ethics, from the point of view of a group of unauthorized fighters involved in WW2, following the orders of the UK Prime Minister Winston Churchill. They used unconventional fighting methods against Nazi German U-boats in the Atlantic Ocean to destroy them. This mission gives better chances to the Allies in the war, and yet this is a group of criminals working by themselves. If the British find them, they will send them to jail. If the Germans find them, they will be destroying them, but they will do anything to survive. Movie time: 2 hours and 6 minutes. Movie type: action, drama, and war. The Beekeeper, an action movie and another addition to the 2024 movies list created by Kurt Wimmer and starring Jason Statham, Emmy Raver-Lampman, and Bobby Nattary. Movie plot: the movie is about the fear of mystical organizations working in shadows, from the point of view of Adam Clay, the beekeeper. Adam got scammed by someone who is so close to him. This person does not know that Adam is a member of a powerful organization. He went after that person seeking his revenge, chasing and killing that person and his group. Movie time: 1 hour and 45 minutes. Movie type: action and thriller. Roadhouse, a remake action movie and one of the new 2024 movies, directed by Doug Liman and starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Daniela Melchior, and Conor McGregor. Movie plot: this movie is about the fear of the silent volcano underneath the calm sea, from the point of view of Dalton, a middleweight fighter. Dalton seems like a decent man, but down inside he has a huge power that may destroy anything. He becomes so traumatized after a tragic encounter in the ring and found a new job far away from his place as a bouncer at Roadhouse. He thought at the beginning that he found paradise, but everything turns upside down when he knows he has to fight a local gangster, creating problems in the Roadhouse. Movie time: 2 hours and 1 minute. Damsel, a fantasy movie and one of the new 2024 movies directed by Juan Carlos Fresnadillo and starring Millie Bobby Brown, Ray Winstone, and Angela Bassett. Movie plot: it is a story of a girl called Elodie, dreaming about starting a new life with her Prince Charming, and like any girl, she has the fear of new beginnings. But she soon learns that it was a dead end and not a beginning at all, because after her wedding party she finds out that her husband's family want to sacrifice her to a dragon to keep themselves wealthy and powerful. Could she run away from this destiny? Movie time: 1 hour and 50 minutes. Movie type: action, adventure, and fantasy. Arthur the King, an adventure movie directed by Simon Cellan Jones and starring Mark Wahlberg and Simu Liu. Movie plot: the fear of Mother Nature turning on us from the point of view of Michael Light, the racer who went with his team in 2014 to Costa Rica to race in a kayak against the tide. Michael prefers to stay away from his career for 3 years after this incident and adopts a stray dog that he named Arthur. But after these years he decided to go back on track and race again with 2 other racers from his old team, which are Olivia and Leo. But Olivia has a serious injury in her knee and Leo became one of the most famous social media celebrities. Could he make his dream come true and win the race with his team, with all the support given to him through Arthur? Movie time, 1 hour and 47 minutes. Movie type, adventure and drama. Scoop. Another one of the new 2024 movies directed by Philip Martin and starring Billy Piper, Gillian Anderson and Rufus Sewell. Movie plot. This biography is about the fear of finding your name in the scandal of the century, from the point of view of BBC journalists who obtained an interview with Prince Andrew, discussing his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, the convicted sex offender. Movie time, 1 hour and 42 minutes. Movie type, biography and drama.